Welcome, everyone. My name is Shorupan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Garage. And in this presentation, I'm going to walk you through what Garage is, what's our vision for it, what we've built, what the platform does, and how you guys can get involved, and hopefully how it can help you grow your business or create an additional income. So Garage is the world's first business monetization network, and it is a two-sided marketplace that connects and empowers every business in the world to draw upon a global pool of affiliates while giving every affiliate in the world, which affiliate is a euphemism for anyone that wants to earn money, the opportunity to do so without being constrained to one company. Therefore, by making this network happen, it is the world's first monetization network. Now, let's see how that actually happens. So, in order to understand Garage, you have to understand the problems that we're trying to solve and the times that we're trying to live in, or the times that we are living in. And the best way that I've been able to articulate that is a concept that we put forth in Garage called the network economy. You can see it on my shirt. It essentially represents what the world has come to in terms of a post-AI mode of how to do business. And so unless you're living under a rock, AI has completely transformed the world over the last 3 years, and we're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface. And what really piqued my interest as somebody who's built and helped over 53 companies launch their products and services in the last couple of years and worked closely with startups and had my own companies in the past is not which AI or what AI will look like. I mean, that's being ironed out right now between all of the great AI companies. The question I was interested in is, what does business and business interactions and earning potential look like on the other side? Well, obviously, AI is an inevitability, but what does it look like on the other side? And to answer that question, we've created this concept called the network economy, which is essentially the basis for Garage. So here are the 4 assumptions that make up the network economy, and they're sequential. So they literally lead one after the other to the next thing. So the first thing you have to understand is that production costs for starting a business or providing a service or product are heading towards zero. By the recording of this presentation, it is already very easy without any employees or any software developers or any help for you to sit down and use the latest AI agents and model providers to be able to create virtually any digital product, service, content, or anything that can be delivered online. Obviously, as AI becomes more sophisticated, that will also seep into offline products and how you make a physical product. But the production cost, what used to cost a lot of money to start a business or create a product or service or even deliver a product or service, is now tending towards zero, and it'll asymptotically head towards zero as time goes on. Well, what happens when you decrease the cost of starting a company or creating a product or service? Well, all the people that had ideas but were limited by the ability to finance those ideas can now enter the race. And so the second step in the network economy is that the number of companies just explode in terms of the pure quantity of companies being started, products and services that are being offered go through the roof. We envision about 100x increase over the next couple of years, which is very, very aggressive compared to the previous rate of kind of company formation. But literally, you're going to have anyone who can conceive of an idea be able to bring it into reality and at least create what their product or service can look like. So the number of product services and companies explode. Well, if those two things are true, if you agree with those two assumptions, well, now you have a supply and demand problem. Essentially, you have way more supply of the same or similar products and services targeting the same amount of customers. For example, today, if there were 10 companies in the world targeting 10 customers, that's great. That's some type of equilibrium. And really, whether there's 10 targeting 2 or 20, 2 targeting 10 is all irrelevant. If both of them increase at the same velocity, everything is great. However, what we're postulating is that the supply side increases dramatically. Essentially, there's way more companies, way more people creating businesses, but the number of customers is roughly staying the same. And so now what you have is and that's one trend. Well, essentially what happens when the demand for customer acquisition goes up is that there needs to be more investment into customer acquisition because now more people are fighting for the same number of customers. Well, that's one thing. Well, the good thing about that dichotomy is that there is actually excess budget involved that now appeared because of the same trend cycle. Because remember, production cost, which used to cost money to make products, cost money to R&D, cost money to develop things, that's tending towards zero. And this inevitability where there's supply and demand tension and the cost of production going down, what this will result in is literally all of the value creation in a company, in a transaction, will head towards distribution. In other words, all of the money in a transactional dollar will now be on the side of distribution in terms of who can help this company acquire the customer. And if that's true, then literally every single person that's not the founder, and even the founder himself, becomes a distribution node, because that's the only place left for sustained value creation and the ability to earn money. Not only is it the only place left, that is actually where all the money is. There's actually a surplus of money if you can distribute a product. And so this is really interesting. And many people have hypothesized, well, what will people do if AI, really does what people imagine that it will do? And the answer is quite simple. The customer that's going to end up being the purchaser of the goods and services is still human and is the same as kind of what it is right now or pre-AI. And so the only difference is the ability to get something to market drops. All of that capital gets reallocated, everybody becomes a distribution node, and the company itself is now looking for all of these. All the companies will start looking for this distribution, as that will become the only remaining valuable asset that they have to seek out. So in short words, that slide is an extensive explanation, but in short words, supply has exploded, distribution is still disconnected. We believe in the AI era, millions of people can build a business. To be fair, I think actually billions of people can build a business. Millions, if not definitely billions, can distribute products and services, because that's really all the value creation left. But there isn't a unified infrastructure that connects and empowers these two parts of the market. And obviously that sets up for what Garage is. And that's the problem that we're trying to solve. And there's micro problems that we're going to solve that are more pertinent to the business and more pertinent to the affiliate with respect to each side, which I'll also explain. But in its collectiveness, this is what we're trying to accomplish. What is Garage? This will make way more sense once I go and demonstrate everything, which is what I'm going to do. This is the last slide I'm going to talk about. But trust me, it'll make way more sense. We'll always come back to the slide to reference it. But I'm going to show you literally every part of this ecosystem in terms of the product, which is already live. But before I do, I just wanted to map this out so that when I go and demonstrate it, you have something to reference it to. So this is how we plan on doing this. We plan on turning every business on planet Earth into a term we called an office stream. That's a fancy way, and our product does that, but that's a fancy way of saying we're going to take every business or aspiring business, take everything they want to sell and all of the things they want to offer, and turn it into a living digital environment where anyone on planet Earth can discover, interact, and find out what they're going to get if they distribute those products. And we call that environment an office stream. We're essentially giving an office stream to every business. On the other side, we're going to turn every non-founder, every non-business, which is the vast majority of us, into an affiliate. And you may not think that you're an affiliate, or you may not think that's for you, but you can just replace the word affiliate with somebody who earns money, because this will be one of the few modes of income, one of the few income opportunities that will be left, and it's actually the most abundant. And we have, in Garage, we give every person, irrespective of which company they want to be a part of, we give them the opportunity to turn their net worth into a compounding asset and essentially allow them to build a distribution empire, which allows them to connect to all these companies and make money on everything that people buy. And the dance that these two are going to do is what is the layers that Garage operates on. And we kind of highlight that here by saying we turn every business into a financial opportunity, and we enable them to activate distribution. We turn every person into the consumer of that financial ability. And there are 3 layers to the Garage product stack. We're going to go to all 6 of these today. There's the tools layer. So we give a set of tools to both the business and the affiliate to be able to help them do this, to help them perform the tasks, to make their life easy, help them with AI. We'll go through all of that. Then there's the offers layer. This is where the business is able to articulate what they're selling, and how people can get involved and how much they're going to make if they help them get people. And then there's this discovery layer, or the Garage search layer, which allows people to discover that. And then there's the monetization layer. On the business side, that's the ability to collect payments for all of the products, services, and offers that you sell inside of your office. And there's Garage Pay, which allows the affiliate to get automatically paid for all of the distribution that he drives. I'm going to go through this in great detail. So now I'm going to take you into Garage and walk you through it. So when you land on garage.app, what you're going to see is a search engine. We like to think of ourselves as the Google for financial opportunities. So our homepage is a search engine. I believe it's the world's first search engine for financial opportunities. I could be wrong, but definitely we will be the biggest ones. Everything is said and done. What you can do here, every business, or before what you can do is every business that gets an office stream or basically listed on Garage is available for discovery on the search engine. So right now it's toggled to offices, which means you can come and anybody, including the office themselves or a person that's interested in finding an office, can literally come to the search engine and start searching an office. They can type in, whatever they want to type and click enter. It'll pull up every company that's on Garage. And I'll come back to this in terms of how you can interact with these companies. But also on the search engine, you can navigate by categories. So if you're interested in a particular sector like tech, you can do that. You can also toggle to affiliates, and you can actually see all of the different affiliates that are already on Garage and what their reach is. Like the list was there, what their reach is, so that if you're a company looking for a particular person, you can identify that person, and you can also search like by affiliate. Like if you type in my name, I'll come up a couple times because I have a couple different accounts. And you can search for individual products and services sold by all of the companies on Garage, and it will allow you to identify all of them. So if you click communities, it will pull up all the communities from all the different companies. That's just one sellable item. But long story short, this garage.app pre-login page, which is just the intro to our actual product, is the world's first search engine for people to discover financial opportunities. So now let's go into what the product actually looks like. And if you want to learn more in terms of just like text and about the company, you can just click learn more here. It'll take you to a trifurcated landing page where if you're interested in what the founders get, founders another word for companies, you can click that. It'll walk you through all of the things that we do for founders, same thing for affiliates, same thing for larger enterprises. But I'm going to skip this because I can show you the product directly. So if you don't click learn more, if you don't click learn more and you click get started, it'll take you to my.garage.out, and because I'm already logged in, it automatically logged me in. So here we go. So remember, there's always 2 roles or 3 roles, but realistically 2 roles inside of the user experience of Garage. I'm logged in as a founder. So you're going to hear me say this a lot, founder and affiliate. There's also the end customer, but for the sake of the presentation, the founder and affiliate. Founder, affiliate, customer, employee, all the stakeholders of your business are going to be logging into the same digital environment for your company once it's set up. And you're going to have almost identical experiences. But of course, each of these roles have slightly additional pages or are restricted for a page, which I'll highlight. But this is the single point of contact for every person in your business and every person in every business. So on the left-hand side of Garage, whenever you're logged in, regardless of who you are, you get to see all the different offices you're a part of. And remember, we speak in this unit of offices, we call them office streams, because essentially we're giving you a virtual permanent footprint, which we call as an office, where everything related to your business happens. We like to say that, in the kind of Web 2.0 era, even the Web 3 era, everybody articulates their business or you can interact with somebody's business online through a website. But actually a website is a pretty dated technology, and it doesn't do much to illustrate the activity of a business, the feeling that you get when you go and actually visit a business offline. The website cannot do that. And we believe Office Stream can. So that's another thing. We think that this will be the future infrastructure for how businesses interact with each other online. But yeah, we'll speak in terms of that. As you can see, I'm actually a part of like 10 offices. I've only started 2 or 3, but the rest of them I'm actually a part of as a customer or affiliate. And this is how all people who are a part of multiple offices can simply navigate between entire offices by just clicking here. It'll switch you and literally throw you into another office, obviously if you're a part of it or if you want to join it. If you switch to Garage University, it just switches you into another entire environment with new people and an entirely new setting. But this first office is called the Network Economy. That's my office. I'm going to use that as the example on what a founder and what an office can provide for your customers, for your affiliates, and for yourself. So we are the network platform. So we help you manage all stakeholders that are relevant to your business in one visual place. And that you can see on the first page, which is called Off the Stream. Literally, you can see everyone in your business in live time, literally in live time. If they're logged in, like these 2 people are, you can see them logged in. They're highlighted. They come to the top. They're ready for communication. They're ready for engagement. If they're not logged in like everyone else, it's nighttime here. It just becomes black. You can still leave them a message and communicate with them. I'll go through those features, but as this is a gamified environment that changes in dynamic real time whenever somebody logs in, and it tracks the login and activity of all of the people that are interacting with your business and reports them to you as well. But this gives you the full kind of bird's eye view and also orients down all of the people. It gives you all the statistics on who's in what category. If you're the founder, you can actually set up your office by floors. So it's like building floors in a building. So office floors, you get to determine that. I've created 2 floors. I've created 1 floor for citizens, which is like I call members, and affiliates, which is like another group of people. But if you go to another office, which is confusingly called Garage, which is the office we use to manage our team, there's like 11 floors here, or sorry, there's 9 floors. And there's a floor for every department in the company. So you can set it up by department, you can set it up by community, you can set it up by category, and you can really organize your company in a really cool way. Because then let's say you only wanted to see the people in the tech floor. You can just click technology and it will just isolate only the tech people. Or let's say you wanted to talk to people only on the accounts floors. You can click accounts. And again, there's nobody on the accounts floor, but you can literally create these floors yourself. They're not predetermined. They're made for you and how your business operates. And so the floor concept's a good visual. Inside of the office, you have, especially with your employees, you have a set of enterprise kind of management tools that we give completely for free. I'll get to the pricing near the end of this, but you're going to keep hearing me say free, free, free. And the reason I say this is we don't charge any extra for it. We have one flat pricing, which I'll definitely discuss at the end. But for the sake of the remainder of the presentation, until I get to pricing, there's no extra cost to anything I'm about to say. We only charge for what you use, and we'll explain that at the end. But first thing is you get this visual overview of your company, and everyone can collaborate and see who's online in live time. Like you just saw somebody came online, they came up to the top. So the first thing that we do is we allow you to replace all of the tools. I'm going to talk about the team tools first. Then I'm going to get to the customer-facing tools and the affiliate-facing tools, which are more important and more interesting, but we're still going to cover the team tools. When it comes to the team, your internal team, we just want to eviscerate your software cost. All the platforms that you currently pay for, which I actually identified and put on our website under savings, we want you to remove. There's roughly 21 softwares that Garage can replace if you're an enterprise or a founder. And I'm going to go through a lot of them right now, but I'm going to go through them briefly because there's still a lot to get to. So number one, you have the ability to see everybody in real time. Number two, you have the ability to chat with everybody one-on-one. So this is like your Slack, your Discord, your WhatsApp. I would still say you keep WhatsApp, but this definitely Slack and Discord and those type of chat platforms you don't need anymore because you could talk to everybody here. You could create group chats in your company. You can see like we have a group chat for everything. You can have global chats. This is really unique to Garage. That like Microsoft Teams or Google Workspace doesn't have. You have the ability to talk to people in other companies inside of your office, which is huge for prospecting, for building up business partnerships, etc. So you have the entire chat infrastructure you have. You have video conferencing and video calling. So let's say you wanted to speak to somebody in your company, you can literally go to them and just knock on their door, like a physical knock. And if they're available, well, first they have to be online. And then if they want to answer, they can answer. So hopefully she doesn't answer because it's very late. and she'll get a notification saying Shorupan knocked. But let's say she answered, we just go into a one-on-one, like a FaceTime with each other and start talking. And that's as simple as that, as knocking. You can knock on anybody's door inside of your office. Number two, every floor comes with its own conference room. So these are conference rooms that are created when you create a new floor. You can see at every floor, we've created a conference room. And these are like dynamic call rooms that you can just jump into. So let's say I want to jump into the HR room. You can literally jump in. You'll be in a video call. Everyone can see that you're in there, like you're in a meeting. People can join themselves, and you can minimize it and continue your work on the right-hand side. And it's like full meeting infrastructure for whatever purpose you want to use that. So you have Zoom. That's basically your Zoom bill, or Microsoft Teams. You can just, replace that or augment that. We covered chats. We've covered conference calls. You have clock in, clock out management only for your employees, not for your customers or your affiliates. So if you want to enforce or if you want to replace something like timesheets or T-sheets, I think it's called, you can do that. You can ask your employees to clock in, clock out, and you get a beautiful report in live time as the founder as to what happened. You can export that to your payroll. You can do, well, I'll get into the next one. The real, I call it kind of hygiene software. The things I'm naming now are kind of like luxury software for like maybe tech enterprises or digital native enterprises. Take all the stuff I just said. There's some things that are just non-negotiable when you're running a company, especially if you have any people on your team. And it starts with email. So people are paying for G Suite or Microsoft Outlook with Microsoft Teams, and they pay per user per month per email, like not per email sent, but per user, per inbox. We give our email client server for free. You can add unlimited. Every single person that gets added to your company as an employee gets their own inbox. You can add your own custom domains. There's no extra cost. So entire email infrastructure has been given in terms of company email, not like personal email. What else do you need as a company? You need a calendar management tool. So this replaces kind of your traditional Google Calendar inside of a company, but also replaces Calendly, because not only can you create meetings, schedule meetings with other people, schedule meetings with people inside and outside your company here, and see what's coming up. You can also set your availability. So if you want to be scheduled at a specific time, you can manage that here, so that once your availability says, if I go back to Office Streams and say, I want to do a meeting with Sakshi, and I do a calendar, I'm going to see, well, she hasn't set it up yet, but whoever has set it up, like hopefully Anita has, I can see only the times that she's available. So whoever set up their the calendar system can, anyone trying to book a meeting with them was also organized, which is what Calendly does. You no longer need that. When you create an event or a meeting inside of the calendar page, a new conference room is created, which pops up here. You can see we have 2 reoccurring calls every day in our company, like the dev calls, and that's here. And as soon as the time comes, you can just click join event. It'll open the conference room and you start talking. So calendar, email, sorted. Another thing you need is storage. So if you're sharing files, this is your Google Drive, your OneDrive, your company can share files directly here, and it can sit inside your office. We give a cabinet, we call it cabinets. We give a cabinet to every individual inside of your company, where you can do all of the word processing, spreadsheet processing, presentation processing, XYZ, as well as sharing between your company. But you also get a cabinet that's automatically given to every floor. So there's like, in our case, there's like a tech cabinet, which I get access to because I'm on the tech floor here, and you can share files there. And you get a company cabinet, which the whole company can see, which is great for sharing company documents. So that basically covers storage. You also get directory, and then you get an entire suite of what we call back office apps for your employees, where it literally replaces like your ERP tools. And you don't have to use these. Like the value of Garage is coming in the customer and the affiliate management side. But I'm just giving you the breadth of what we're talking about here. Our goal, as I might have mentioned, is to drive the software cost to zero. Like anyway, AI is doing that, but we're trying to accelerate that. So here we've also given you, if you want, an entire CRM, which you can use, which your employees can use directly here, called Deals. If you need a HR management software on top of what Garage is already, the Office Stream is providing, you can use Teamforce, which like you can log back in and get full access to this. If you want a project management system, you can use Task Rooms, which we use, like it's a Trello alternative. And then if you want, so we have CRM, Notion alternative in Thoughts, Teamforce is a HR alternative, Task Rooms is that, and there's other ones as well. And so these apps are developed additionally just to give more free value to any business. Now, if you're already using a CRM, if you're already using all this stuff, great, you can continue to use it. Like I said, the value of Garage has not even been explained yet. This is just how we plan on really competing on the enterprise software side. Now let's get to the interesting part, which is how you manage your customers and how you engage with your customers. It's almost like a completely different experience in terms of how you do that, because everything I just mentioned right now is about internal management. Now we're going to get to how do we grow your business network? How do we get people to care? And this is really the fundamental problem I think we're solving, which is most businesses, to be honest, before AI as well, but definitely accentuated by AI, don't know how to get people, other people apart from themselves, to promote their products. And if you ask a typical founder, hey, how many people do you have, selling your product or service or whatever, they're going to say themselves most of the time. If they're lucky, they're going to say I have a couple salespeople. But the vast majority of companies, that's it. What we know to be 100% true is that there is an army of people out there that would be interested and delighted to promote your products and drive and get you leads. But there's never been a place where people can discover that opportunity and where you as the founder can compensate and automate the management of all of those people. We call those people affiliates, but really what they are people that want to earn money by bringing you leads. And so that's the number one thing that we're going to help you do in Garage. Once your team is set up, that's the number one thing we're going to help you do. And let's show you how to do that. So before you can attract affiliates, you need to define your offers. So your offers are the things that your affiliates can promote or your customers can buy. Now, we have denominated the ability for any business that has an offer stream to publish, monetize, and deliver their offers in 8 different categories of offers. Depending on the type of business you run, you can leverage any of these 8, we call them garage sale items. Like one of the 8 that you can use, or all 8. All of them come with built-in payment processing infrastructure to collect the payments from your customers in a seamless way. All of them come built in with the affiliate management system for people to be able to, for you to compensate and to publish that you're compensating people and for people to share the links. So it's all the link management. And then all 8 of them come with their unique differences, and we're going to go through them. So the first of the garage sale items is communities. So we really emphasize the building of communities inside of your business. So irrespective of the type of business you run, you should organize your ICPs, your ideal audiences, into communities, and then build free at the beginning, and then you can do paid communities later. Large cohorts of these people that are going to come and interact with your business. And in Garage, you can do this seamlessly. And most of these people don't end up buying your product because any given day, if you get a 5% or 10% conversion on the total number of people that you advertise to, that's still great. But in a traditional model where you don't have a community, you lose that 90% that are not interested in your product. In Garage, or even just with a community-oriented selling model, you get to keep majority of those people in your database, engaged in your community. And then with Garage, which really separates us from the other community platforms, is you get to make them into affiliates. So one of the reasons people don't have communities is because it's difficult to manage. You got to, put together Facebook groups or WhatsApp chats, or maybe some other community management tools. All of that's out the window. Once you publish your offer stream, you come to the communities page, and you can literally create a community in seconds. You can say what the community does. So let's say I want to create a community for developers in New York City. So I could say developers in NYC. And it can be very specific, it can be very broad. You can do hundreds of communities, you can do one community. All of it here. You can upload a cover photo to be able to make it more attractive. Don't mind my cover photo. You put a description of what they're going to get if they join this community. So if you join this community, you will get free training, or not free updates on all the latest trends in software. You make it more elaborate. And then finally, you can come here and say, is it going to be a free community or paid community? Obviously, a free community will be easier to get people into, which you can use as the top of your funnel. If a paid community means you already have people in your funnel and you're going to monetize that. Now, free community, you just click free and start. But if you want to do a paid community, we give you the entire payment processing infrastructure to be able to do that. You can do a one-time payment, or you can make them pay monthly, quarterly, annually, or weekly. And all of the payment processing is handled by our payment processing partners. You don't need to even go to them and get their account set up, but they're familiar. The Stripe globally, if you're in India, it's Razorpay. And you literally have to do nothing with them. You don't have to learn about their APIs. You don't have to go set up accounts. You don't have to do KYC with them. You can literally just come and start monetizing. For the sake of this community, I'm going to make it free, but you could just charge for it as well. And we do all of the payment processing infrastructure on your behalf. But let's come back to it. Let's make it free. Let's save, and boom, your new community, Developers in NYC, is live. And once you've created a community, this is number 1 of the 8 sellable items in Garage Sale. But once you've created a community, you can get people to join it. You can copy the invitation link and you can put it on your Facebook. You can run ads against it. This is a direct checkout into your community, and anybody that uses it anybody that goes here will land in your office in real time. And be subscribed to the community. So they'll end up on the customer side of the office stream like these people are, and they will be automatically added to whatever community that you just invited them to. And each community comes with its own social media feed type of page, which we call feed. And here you and the people in this community can interact with each other. You can publish updates or product details or what's new and contests and all the stuff that you're very used to. And you can segregate which community gets access to which content. So if you're putting certain content behind a paywall, you can do that directly here by just not clicking a certain community that hasn't paid for it. So it's literally simplifies your entire community management into one place. What we also let you do is articulate your testimonials, which I think most companies do very poorly. So here we've built an entire testimonials manager where you can add testimonials. I'm not going to do this right now because it's very elaborate, where you can get quotes from the person and details everything you did for them in the past and why it helped them, and it gets published, and then everybody that joins your community can see what you did in your entire client roster. So the first thing that we help you sell, if you choose to do so, is a community. And if you don't want to sell it, you still should make them free and get as many people into your office to join those communities as possible. Okay, sellable item number 1 ticked off. What's sellable item number 2? The second thing is we call it a live stream. You can call it a webinar, a workshop. It's essentially a live event, a conferencing event, but it's meant for selling. Whereas Zoom or your other, like even in our platform where you can do the call and conference calls, that's not this. This is meant for selling. This is meant for you going live and articulating your product proposition to whoever's interested. So if you've ever used a webinar management software, this replaces that. And if you're using Zoom to manage your webinars right now, then that's tough because it's not meant for that. This is built for monetization. So, and if you're not trying to sell a webinar, like if you're not trying to make people pay to join it, you can use a webinar to educate the people in your office or in your community about your business and what, use it as an upsell. So here you can create a live stream workshop webinar. You can decide which of your communities get access to it. So if you made a free community and you want to do a paid webinar, you can do that. If you did a paid community and now you're going to give all the webinars to them for free, you can do that. Literally all of that customization you can do. You can publish the time. You can make it reoccurring. If you're like some type of training institution, or you can make it reoccurring. You can decide how people enroll, and you can, if you want to charge for it, you can select here and immediately charge for it, and people have to pay to enroll, and we take care of all the payment processing. And I'm leaving out the most crucial part, which is the affiliate side. That's there on every single sellable item, which I'm going to come back to at the end. But right now, I'm just trying to walk you through it. Once you publish a webinar or a live stream, it appears in the live stream page so people can enroll. Since I'm the one that created it, it's going to say start workshop. And you can directly share the link, like from this to, whoever you want to enroll in the webinar, and allow people to enroll. This is a 50 rupee webinar, so they don't have to pay to enroll. But this is the beauty. Everyone that enrolls in this webinar is automatically added to your office, into the office stream, and a part of your community. So even if they don't attend, you've now got them inside of your network to be able to continuously advertise. Or let's say they attend and they don't buy, now you have the opportunity to put them into your, make them an affiliate and help them make money. This is where we take a complete differentiating step change from any webinar software. Webinars, the other, not Zoom, but like Webinar Ninja and Webinar Jam, they help you host webinars. It's great. They don't take the webinar as an opportunity to get people into your network, which is what we do. And of course, they don't have the affiliate concept, which we will come back to. Sellable item number 2 is covered. Now we'll go to sellable item number 3, which is courses. Now, courses, you can literally create your entire course infrastructure here. You can publish free or paid courses with all the types of videos and articles and text and Q&As and all of that. Like a Udemy, you can do that here for free. We do not charge extra for that. And you can sell courses, or you can use courses and material as free value to get people to upsell or to train about your product. There's infinite amount of ways to do this, and you can use it as a business tool, or you can use it as a business itself. It comes again with the whole payment processing checkout links baked into it. The next thing you can give is one-on-one calls. So this is like consultative calls or premium access calls, whereas live streams are one-to-many. One-on-one calls are exclusive. So you can literally charge for one-on-one access to people in your company or to yourself, and you can monetize that. And then finally, you have digital products, where this is like most people, they can sell digital products directly in their office, which would mean access to software, access to, well, you don't need to do access to community, that's already there. Some type of PDF or Excel or something that can be digitally turned, usually access to software, access to something else that they're selling on a different website. You can publish and sell all of your digital products here. And finally, you can also publish and sell all of your services. So you're either usually a product company or a service company, so you wouldn't do both, but you have the option to do both. If you're publishing your services, we've really gone above and beyond here. Like, let's say you're an accountant, a lawyer, a management consultant, a marketing agency, software development agency. You can publish a service. You can define the milestones that each of your services should hit. You can define payment structures that are pre-milestone and post-milestone. And then you have the ability to interact with your clients in terms of where they are in the acquisition of a particular milestone. And the fact that they have to pay, all the payment invoicing is managed by here inside of Garage. I hope you understand what I just took you through. I just took you through a funnel. And I took you through a funnel of things from least resistance to most resistance. And again, I'm not trying to turn this presentation into a funnel marketing course or something, but it is important. Most companies don't do what I just even said. What we did here is we started with the easiest thing, the most communal thing to get them into, was community, and make it free. Once they're in the community, you can get them in, prompt them or nudge them to get on one of your live streams. I'm going to show you another cool feature with the live stream so that you can sell them something or maybe deliver something you've already sold. And maybe from there, you can get them into a course that educates them further about why they need your product, or maybe the course is the product. And from there, you can get them into a one-on-one call where you really get them to understand the value of your product. And then from there, if you're a product company, you can get them to buy your product. If you're a service company, you can get them to buy your service. Or maybe you only want to use one of these 8 and you don't use the other 7, and that's completely fine. We're giving you all of the infrastructure, abstracting away the payments, abstracting away the affiliates, which is so key. So that's how a customer, that's how you can grow your customer base. Because obviously your goal with Garage, or with your business in general, is to increase the amount of revenue and increase the amount of customers that you get. Well, what I just showed you is how you would be able to do that, but that doesn't explain how you're going to get those customers. It only explain what happens once you get them. Well, we give you the perfect way to be able to deal with them. One additional thing I will add is all the other stuff that I mentioned earlier, such as the chats, the office streams, the ability to email, that's still there for your customers. Is that they probably don't use it, but you can use it to market inside of your office to them and also to provide customer support. Because what your office also functions as is literal lifetime customer support for your customers or people that are interested in what they have to do. Like, people just land in your office, say, hey, I'm interested in something. Maybe I'm interested in what you have to sell. Please let me know. And you can walk them through that. There are 2 more sellable items that are not available yet, which we're working on, which are really cool as well. This is 6 done, and 7, 8. 7 is e-commerce. So if you're selling physical products, remember we covered digital products, but if you're selling physical products, then we're going to allow you to be able to launch those in your office. Or if you're already selling them on Amazon or Shopify or Flipkart or XYZ company, you'll be able to connect your Garage office to those platforms to help you manage your affiliate and community in Garage and still have your kind of shipping and inventory and everything done with those companies. So that's coming down the pipeline. And the last one is, what if you have built a completely separate app? What if you're an app developer, you built an app and you're trying to sell stuff in that app, meaning not e-commerce, but like you're trying to sell subscriptions or whatever? You can literally integrate the Garage via API, all of the things I just said, your community and infrastructure, into your app so that people can experience and become affiliates and part of your community inside of your applications without even coming to your office. That's coming in down the pipeline as well. We still would take care of everything on your behalf in terms of payments and affiliates and all that. That's number 7 and 8, e-commerce and API applications. So I just named 8 monetization tools. We call them Garage sale items, and you can use them to make money You can use them to sell something else. But no matter what, you're going to have to use them to be able to grow your network. And now we're going to get to the keys to the kingdom, which is how do we actually help you get more people to discover this? So we've given you how you manage your team, which is kind of the first part of this presentation. Give the second part, which is once you have customers that are interested, how do you can put them through a funnel and sell them stuff? And we've simplified that dramatically. But the real question, which most business struggle with, which is my starting proposition, is how do you get customers? How do you get people to know about your business? And how do you get people to promote your business? Enter stakeholder number 2, the affiliates. So here in Garage, the first way that we help you to get affiliates is by allowing you to publish dynamic comp plans for every single sellable item I just named. So let's go back through them. Let's say I go to communities. I'm creating a new community and it's called XYZ and I'm not making it free. I'm making it paid. So now under payment details, let's say it's a subscription and I'm going to say the subscription is just 50 rupees or whatever. And now under every sellable item, when you're trying to publish it, a button comes, which is called affiliate commissions. If you click this, you're going to be able to set a dynamic and unlimited level commission structure. You can choose how many levels you want to pay, and you can choose the percentage that each level will receive. And I'll explain levels when I get to the affiliate view of this, but it's still the founder's view. But you can literally set a dynamic, customized comp plan, commission structure, not at the company level where most people set it, but per sellable item. So if you're making a community and you want people to promote that particular community, you can set a comp plan more aggressive or less aggressive depending on that, or depending on your margins. If you're creating a webinar and you want people to promote the webinar or the live stream, you can literally create a commission structure for that. When you're creating a course, same thing. When you're creating a one-on-one call, same thing. When you're creating a digital product, same thing. Service, same thing. That's step one, that the software understands the comp plans that you're publishing, and it's never been easier to publish a comp plan. It's never been easier. Companies paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop custom software for their own company to be able to create compensation structures for people to promote them. That's step one. But step two is, how do other people discover them? Well, we've made the most transparent commission analyzer, I think, in the world, because now when anyone lands in your office and goes through your garage sale, they can see on the card of the item itself the commission structure. So you can see when I made this webinar, I said 50 rupees and I'm going to pay a total of 15% to the comp plan, 10 levels, 10% to level 1, the direct, and 5% to level 2. You made a one level. You see how much you're going to earn, and everyone sees how much you're going to earn, so that gives them the incentive to do something. So remember, to get an affiliate, you need to be able to code your comp plan. That's abstracted. You need to be able to, people need to be able to discover, see your comp plan. Now that's done inside of your office. And now people need to be able to share your products or your offers. And we take care of that with quite possibly the most sophisticated link management and network management system on the market, which I'm going to explain now from the affiliate's point of view. Theoretically, as a founder, my job is now done because I've set up my office. I've created all of my offers. I've added comp plans to them. Now my job would be, how do I get people to care? Well, I'm going to be bringing people into my office as a function of trying to close them on something, right? Like every business gets leads. The first batch of leads, they're going to close a percentage. The rest of those people now become affiliates inside of your community, or you could target affiliates directly, or the hundreds, soon to be thousands, hopefully millions of affiliates that are already in Garage can also discover you. That's going to be something I discuss in the, very shortly. But now let's go into the affiliate point of view. So like I said, being an affiliate and being a founder is almost identical in terms of login. So let's say I logged in as a affiliate now. I would still get everything that I see here, but I'll actually show you as I'm inviting somebody. So I'm the founder. I'll go back to founder mode. I'm the founder, and I now have created all these products. I want to invite my friend, or I want to onboard a lead that I got from Facebook or whatever. I can invite them directly to checkout of one of my sellable items. That means the sale's already closed, or I can invite them directly to my office, because we give every company that launches an office a dynamically generated website funnel that displays everything about their office and draws people in it. So you click get HQ funnel link, HQ means headquarters, copy it and send it to your friend. or run an ad against it, or put it in Facebook, whatever. Like however you're attracting your first person. I'm just in this example going to send it to my friend. So I'll go to a different browser and I will paste the link for my office funnel, and boom, you can see a dynamic website created. This is created for every office in Garage. You don't have to code it. You don't have to work on it. It just gets created. It shows all the details. It shows what communities you're offering in live time. See developers in NYC. It shows all the live streams and previous live streams. It shows all the courses you're selling. It shows your one-on-one calls. Shows your digital products. Shows your services. And it showed the prospect all the other people that have already enjoyed this and are inside of it. Like it's literally a perfect funnel. And let's say and it says Shorupan invited you because I used my link. Now, let's say I send this to my friend, John. And so John, if he's interested, which he would be, because there's a no obligation, join the community for free just to see what I'm offering, he would click start your journey and he would log in with his email. You just created it. All you have to do is put in your email and an OTP will be sent to it. So I'm going to use a random email generator and create an account right now. So copy that, continue. A code will be sent to his inbox to verify that this is his email. Okay, Garage login. Now he's going to put his email. He's going to put his code in, click verify. It's going to ask him for his name and his phone number. You can customize these fields as the founder as well. So I'm going to put John Smith and line number and complete setup. Now John Smith gets teleported into my office as a lead or as a customer. You're going to ask him for a profile picture if he doesn't have to put that, but he does have to put a city, and you can do it by entering your city or you can do it by entering your postcode. We actually don't care about your address. It's really you'll see why it's important. So I'm just going to put a postal code here in India. It's going to pick up everything, click complete profile, and you can see John Smith entered the office and now has all the luxuries and liberties that I described earlier. You can see John Smith has only entered one office, the one I sent him invitation to, and he's going to be left. You, as the company, can see that John Smith has entered, and so you can also have people there ready to discuss with him and talk to him as well. So you see John Smith, but he'll be quite confused of like what's going on. But obviously at this point, he can join a community. He can figure out he can join all the communities if he really wants to. You can, or if not this one, because this is a paid community, you can join a community or join communities. You can walk him through the sales cycle. You can see the stuff in the feed. He can see your clients. He can, and see like that. So the client showcase comes. He can see he can see what's available. So you buy now for 50 rupees. He can see all the products and services that you want to offer him, and he can engage with your company. Boom. Now I sent my link to John, or I advertised and I got John because I thought he was going to buy something. Like every founder wants to buy, but John says, no, I'm not interested. After he reviews my stuff, he says, I'm not interested. But now John can see that there's a financial opportunity here. So even though he may not be interested right now in maybe, product A, let's say a 30-minute startup consulting session or whatever, but he knows his friend is. And we give every affiliate, we educate you as a founder to inform every affiliate. Their job is to build their network. And that's the first tab that they see is what is my network? What does it even mean, my network? Well, as I said at the beginning, we're going to give every company this entire infrastructure to optimize and to encourage people to sell. But we're going to give every person who's not a company the ability to grow their network one time and make money regardless, irrespective of where or what everybody that they referred buys. Or even if they don't buy it, those people become affiliates to monetize on it across multiple companies, which is what I'm going to demonstrate now. We build this beautiful kind of network manager so that you can see your network lifetime. So if you want to see mine, because John is going to have people soon, but he doesn't have anybody right now, but go to Shorupan and click my network, and you can see I have quite a big network here. I've already added and referred about 80 people all over the world. So you can start to see where people are and where people are chiming in from, and you can go into multiple layers. So, okay, well, I invited my friend Sharad, but he's also invited somebody who's under him, and you can click that and you can see their profiles, kind of like a full-blown CRM, which other companies that are part of is incredible. And you want your network to become as big as possible as an affiliate, because that increases the amount of money you can make from all of your customers shopping or your customers becoming founders themselves. We'll get into that. So that's the goal. We tell them, hey, you're going to tell them grow your network even if you don't want to buy the products, you're going to be able to monetize as a customer. So that's John's MO, right? Because John came in, I pitched him everything as the founder. He's not interested, but he's ready now because he knows somebody who's interested because opportunity to make money. So now let's say he's gonna, okay, well, I know my friend John is acting as John's saying, hey, I may not need this course right now, but I know my friend does, or I may not need this product, but I know my friend does. So what does John do? He does the same thing you did. He copies the HQ funnel link, and he sends it to his friend. This time we'll open it in another browser. And this time, when you open up the HQ funnel link, it's going to say, same funnel, it's going to say John Smith invited you because it's sent to John's friend. So let's say John's friend now says, okay, let me check out what's happening here. Let's say John's friend's name is Sam. So we will create an email for Sam, get a code for Sam. Yep, that's Sam's code. And put Sam in, Sam. See my phone number. And now Sam Smith thrown into the office and can do the same thing John did, can get put through your office stream funnel. I'm going to put a different postal code this time so you can see on the map clearly. Let's do a New York postal code. So put that in there. Should pick up, all right, New Jersey, and complete profile. Now Sam has been entered into the office. And most importantly, if you go back into John's account, John now has his first person, Sam, in his network. So that's very cool. And he's on the other side of the world compared to John, but he now has his first person in his network. Now, John or the founder or the people that are assigned to this put Sam through the sales process. And Sam says, you know what? I am actually interested. I do want to pick up this digital product. So Sam can view the details or put through the details and click buy now. Now this is going to pop up because I'm in India. It's pulling up the Indian payment gateway. If you're in non-India, it'll pull up Stripe. It's going to say, how do you want to pay? So I'm going to take my phone, which I'm currently using to record. Let's see. I'm going to use my phone here to make the payment. So temporarily, you won't see me because I have to turn off the camera to do that. But you'll still see my screen. So I'm using the online payment method and I'm paying for the 10 rupees here as SAN. Boom, payment has been successful. You'll see on the screen that the payment has been successful. I will add myself back to the camera. And there I am. And perfect. So now the payment has been made by Sam. Sam paid for the product under my purchases. He could see the product. He can download it. Depending on the nature of the digital product, he can access it in the way that the founder intended. So he now has a relationship with this company and he's brought it. He's part of the community. Great. John, on the other hand, who didn't buy the product, now can go to his wallet and he doesn't have anything in store. Actually, before we do John, let's go to Shorupan, who created this product. He can go under wallet, under Garage Pay, and under store wallet, he's going to see new sale, 30-minute consulting session, 9 rupees and 50 cents. So 10 rupees price, 5%. This is how we make money. 5% is what the platform fee charges. That includes the cost of the credit card or payment processing. We pay for that. And that includes the rest of the services that you just saw. It's an incredible offer. And so I got 9.5 rupees released by the payment processing companies. And so that's happy. I literally came on, created a product, sold the product as a founder. You can do that for anything. It's all automated here. But the really cool thing is what happens with John. So now you go to John. John obviously is not a founder. He doesn't have money in store wallet. But if he clicks affiliate wallet, his commissions have automatically appeared. So it's 10% commissions. And it automatically appears here for him to be able to withdraw. Now, let me explain what just happened. John was a targeted person to buy the product. He got introduced to the community to do that. He didn't. He referred his friend because he was able to make money. His friend bought it. He now got paid and the founder didn't have to do anything. we automatically take the encoded commission structure and pay it out to the affiliate. So the founder, what's the key to affiliates? Encode a comp plan, sorted. Articulate the comp plan, sorted. Help the affiliates promote link system and network management system, and then pay them. These 4 things is why the vast majority of companies don't have thousands of affiliates helping them sell their product, because it's expensive. You have to be Amazon level, Mishu, these big affiliate companies to be able to do it. We've just given that power to anybody, literally anybody, to be able to unlock this enormous opportunity. And John now is very eager beaver because he just got paid and he now can understand, oh, I can do this at scale. Now, let's do one more example for you to fully grasp the power of what we're talking about. So let's go back to Sam. Sam bought his product, made happy with his product, dealing with the company. But obviously Sam has in his mind, hey, I can also do this. I can make money. So let me invite my friend, and also maybe they'll buy and I'll get some commission, right? So Sam does the same thing, copies the funnel link and sends it to his friend. I'm already using that browser. Okay, great. See, so much garage open. This is now Sam's link, and Sam Smith has invited you. Maybe let's call this person Tim, and let's create an email for Tim. Tim now logs in. Tim Smith. Tim gets tossed into the office. I'll put him back in India this time. And boom, Tim is in the office. And obviously Sam is excited. He got his friend in. Now Sam in his network can see that, wow, I got my first person in and he's in India or he's in whatever part of the world. And that's great. And remember, John gets now his second level in. So he's excited as well, right? Because he's like, wow, I referred one person. Oh, sorry, this is Shorupan. But John's like, I referred one person. This is Sam. Too many people. Yeah, there. John's like, I referred one person. And now I can also see under Sam is Tim and just keep going, to infinitum. But Tim checks out the products or gets put through the same funnel or whatever the case may be. And just so happens Tim is not interested. That's fine. That's life. And if this was any other company, even if they had all the tools we gave, even if they had everything that we're about to give to the world and to all the founders out there, this is where the journey ends. Sam was not able to get the same luck that John was. No problem. This is where I think things change from being I'm obviously an optimistic entrepreneur myself. So let's go from $1 billion company to this is what I would show is a $1 trillion opportunity and has never been done in affiliate marketing, performance marketing, has never been done. We give Tim or anybody the ability to discover other companies. So if he clicks now the discover page, he can also just go to the search engine by himself. He can say, you know what, Sam, I'm thank you for inviting me to this office. This doesn't pique my interest. Let me check out some other things. Okay, cool. This, by the way, would be the worst option for most companies today, right? You generate a lead and is it not interested? You're going to check out your competitor or he's going to go check out some other thing. But now watch what's going to happen. So let's say Tim says, I'm going to check out some other companies. So I don't know, maybe he checks out some education opportunities and he sees Garage University, which is another office unrelated to the network economy, which was the company that he was invited to. He goes through their products. He goes through their stores. This is cool. Let me join their community and see what's up. He clicks start your journey automatically. If you saw what just happened, he got added to the second office. And that's how easy it is to join offices, to be a part of offices, to leave offices, to jump into them, to see what's up. And he just got thrown in with a bunch of different people, new community, new everything, new company, unrelated. Nobody even, his sponsors, John and Sam, have no clue what this company even does. They don't even know it exists. But Tim discovered it and was interested, so he comes here and he goes through this company sales process and he's like, you know what? Actually, I want this. I want this course. So he clicks buy now. Same payment processing endeavor will come. Okay, since it's a new office, I've got to put in my phone number. Oh, my computer is now hanging. Now I'm going to do the phone thing again. Okay, I'm going to make the payment, this time 10 rupees. Payment success. And connect my camera back to my computer. Okay, boom, payment success. Tim found a company he's interested in now and has, bought the course. And now this is unlocking the course, and had this course had material, he would be able to experience the whole course. This is kind of how the course UI looks. That's fine. Tim is going to continue his life with this company or join out of the companies, no problemo. But Sam, who invited him, who was out of luck, because whatever Sam invited him to, Tim didn't really like, now can go to his affiliate wallet. And lo and behold, he got paid. It is almost impossible for me to overemphasize what just took place, even though it's, quite stubborn. Sam invited his friend to a company because he thought he would do buy something and he would earn money, which already is so far beyond what most companies are able to encourage today. But that's fine. We give that offer, we give that infra, and Tim, and now that his prospect went to a separate company and bought something from them, and he still got paid because that company that he went to put a 4-level comp on this product. Even though Sam doesn't know this company exists and is definitely not a part of it, because the company put a comp plan on this product that his downline bought, he still got paid. In other words, our promise to the affiliates is you just grow your network. You no longer need to worry about selling. You no longer need to worry about convincing people to buy a particular product because you have an affiliation with them. You just grow your network, and we'll give your network the ability to shop and be a part of hundreds, hopefully thousands, hopefully millions of companies. And regardless of what they buy, you're going to get paid. It doesn't stop there. Because this was a 4-level comp, not only did Sam get paid, which is incredible, John, who has no clue what's going on by this point, got a second commission. And not only that, who invited John? The founder, me. I started the company and I invited John as my lead. If I go to my account as the founder, I remember I just lost Tim. I'm the founder that lost Tim as a lead and went to my competitor or whatever. I can go to my affiliate and not my store wallet where I would have made money had he bought it from my product with my affiliate wallet. And I got commissions because it's a 4-level comp and I'm on the 3rd level. This is unprecedented beyond unprecedented. I'm sorry that I'm so energized or exaggerating this point, but this has never been done. You mean you're going to get paid when you lose the lead? Because he's still in your network. And we believe in the network economy. This is the way money is going to flow. As I just sum it back up, the entire budget for every product or service is going to go into distribution. That budget is going to have to be now allocated to the point where the network can expand and where the trust lies, which is closest to the transaction. And what you've just witnessed is the most sophisticated, the most inclusive, the most natural solution to what the network economy will look like. And that's what Garage is. It turns every company into an opportunity with an offer stream. It gives them unlimited infrastructure that they would have to pay thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for, cuts out their software costs, makes them a living, persistent entity online. And then it gives every affiliate the incentive to discover opportunities, to earn money, to grow their network and not having to worry about which company their referrals buy stuff from. And this becomes a vicious two-sided network, a classic two-sided network where it just gets faster and faster. The more companies that we onboard, the more cool products and services there are for affiliates to sell, which means more affiliates will onboard and sell those products, services, earn money, which will then incentivize more companies to come on board because there are more people ready to distribute it. This will be the largest distribution platform on planet Earth. So I'll leave you off with pricing. We wanted to make the cost zero if we could. It's just not feasible, but we got close. So first thing is you have to understand how classical pricing works in software. Classically, in like all of our competitors, although we don't have a competitor on the network side, we don't have a competitor on the affiliate side, but let's say like Zoom and Microsoft Teams and stuff, they charge you per person per month. So Zoom will say if your organization has 10 people, it's going to be $15 per person per month. Microsoft Teams, same thing. G Suite, same thing. And then you got to stack these on top of each other if you want to use it in the way that I just illustrated. We charge a one fee per company. So if you go to pricing, if you're a freelancer, you pay 799 rupees, basically abstract to like $10 US. If you're a company, you're going to pay $65 US, which is 6,000 rupees, and $65 per month, no matter how many employees you have, no matter how much people you add, how much customers, affiliates, employees, we don't charge you per head per month. So at the same time that we're trying to revolutionize the way founders acquire customers and get affiliates and the way affiliates make money, we want to revolutionize the way software is charged for. Because AI is making software so not affordable, but so accessible, we want to simplify your software stack by giving you one simple solution. But hey, if you want to keep using the other ones and just use us for the affiliate and the garage sale, great. But even if, no matter what you want to do, we don't charge you for anything you don't use. So even this $65 is not just even $65 and you even have 1,000 employees. It's just $65 toward the cost of your cloud. So we believe that in the future, or even in the present, essentially software is going to distill it down to infrastructure and not have all these per person margins. A little technical and complicated, so forgive me if I'm speaking in jargon, but the way that it works is how much ever you use the platform, at the end of the month, you will be given a compute bill, like a cloud bill. Directly, we use AWS, DigitalOcean, Azure, and you can plug in your own cloud as well. Whatever you consume, so if you did 1,000 hours of calls or whatever, that just gets printed as a raw infrastructure bill. Your minimal buy-in is $65 a month and you use unlimited everything. On top of that, we take 5% on the payment processing and we include the payment processing fees into that, and we manage the whole affiliate and abstraction of the payments. So in other words, you can be making unlimited money on Garage with unlimited affiliates. We would be charging you $65 out of the cost of your cloud, and you would not have to set up anything. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to pay per user. You don't have to pay extra. It is a remarkable option. You also have the white label option, which we are going to be offering later this year, but it'll essentially, for like an additional $500 a year, you can white label the whole thing, run it on your own servers, especially if you're concerned about stuff like data privacy. You can do it on your own servers, white label the whole thing on your own website, and that's coming out later this year. We believe we're delivering the most advanced, interesting product for both the companies and affiliates of the world. And we believe we're doing it at a price point that nobody else can, because it's not just about we're cheaper. Well, obviously we're cheaper than if you combine all of the different softwares we're replacing. It's $1,000 a month per person. We're $65 starting, and we just bill for your compute. We believe that we're doing something that is irreplaceable for businesses, which is we're giving them distribution and we're giving them the opportunity to increase their sales without increasing their cost. So that's what we're up to at Garage. And please feel free to get back to the person that sent you this video, or feel free to contact me. We'd love to have you on board as an affiliate or as a founder or as both, and hope to work with you guys all very soon.